So we've finally got full support for the Mini 3 and Mini 3 Pro through Dronelink. So this is available to the public now. I previously tested the beta, was a little bit unreliable, and that will pop up on the screen right now, just to show you how the follow me mode looked back then. But anyway, now it is apparently fully supported, so you can download it from their website. I will have a link below to check it out. So I'm testing out the Mini 3 Pro, but this will work with the Mini 3, and I'm testing it with the DJI RC N1 controller. I've got my electric scooter behind me here, so I'm gonna test it out in an environment like this, which should be really fun. Hopefully it's gonna do an awesome job, and hopefully we'll show you the power of the follow me mode from Dronelink. All right, so we're just going to launch the drone first things first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you quickly how to enable the focus track mode. So by default, this is the dashboard, the main screen that you'll see. So in the top right corner, you can see myself there. In the bottom left, you've got the home, and then you've got this little lightning icon. So you click on that, click on follow, and then it will take you through into the follow mode. So it wants us to be at least 10 meters away. So I'm just gonna quickly test this in this kind of open environment before I even bother taking the scooter. So we'll go here, we'll go to what it recommends, which is about that. We're gonna press next. Okay, so let's now see how this goes. And then we should theoretically just be able to press the play button, which will start the follow me mode. Okay, it's doing the usual thing that it did last time. So you do have a bunch of controls here, which you can see. I want the options to be on this time because I think that will give me more control, and I want to be able to manually control the height. It will constantly update and also maintain relative altitude to the GPS enabled device, which should be my phone. I'm going to connect that up, and then we're going to press the play button and see how this goes. So it does a weird thing where it kind of turns around. There's a weird little movement, but then it does seem to settle more than it did previously. Let's see. So let's increase in altitude because it is doing some weird movements right now. Let's just see if this is actually going to follow me. Otherwise, there's no point in using the electric scooter. Okay. So it seems to be following me now, from what I can see. It's following me pretty smoothly. Let's just see. So there I am there. Okay, so it seems to be doing a pretty good job now. I think it's just that initial setup for some reason. For whatever reason, that initial setup seems to make it look around, and it's almost like a calibration it's doing where it's moving around quite rapidly. Okay, so it seems to be doing a decent job now of actually following me. Let's jump on the scooter and see how it goes, eh? So as you can see, it is just following me out here. Once I got it all set up, no major issues. It was more so just getting it to that point. And now it's doing a bit of that weird movement again. So it doesn't look fully polished still. So, I don't know, I might just increase the altitude just because it is still a little bit unreliable. We'll just get it up a little higher just to make sure it's above all the tree lines. Signal is dropping as well, so far, not a phenomenal experience as of yet. So we're just going to test how it goes with just a little bit of a slow movement. Right, so there we go. Let's see how it goes up around here. I'm not going too fast, just to test how it goes with some obstacles, a bit more speed than me walking. And it's still doing a little bit of the weird movement. It's still looking up and down a lot. Okay, so when I've got a slow walking pace, no, still not 100% reliable. It's all over the shop. All sorts of weird movements. It's definitely following some form of a signal. I don't know whether it's having issues with my phone or whether it just hasn't been optimized. You can see that I can walk relatively slowly and it does an all right job, but it's just these awkward movements that keep happening. It just keeps looking up and down. It has like a little bit of a bob to it, and it's definitely not usable. A lot of this stuff you would not want to use really in any of your footage, would you? So I don't know what is happening here. The Follow Me has still not been optimized, and it's been months now. I don't know if that's a limitation that DJI have put on it, or whether Dronelink are struggling to optimize the Follow Me mode, because yeah, it's just not great at all. Let's try to move the drone off to the side. We'll try like a side profile here, see how that one goes. Let's see. And then I'm going to try to just get a bit of pace down here. Okay, so it's kind of stayed on the angle I want it to stay on. Now, let's see how it goes with just a little bit more speed here. Again, not going crazy fast, pretty slow here, really. Not even in sports mode, the scooter. I can hear the drone's keeping up. I just don't know how reliable the footage is going to be. And my assumption is that it's not going to be overly smooth. So, how's it gone? It's definitely kept up. Seems to be maybe a little smoother with that side profile. Let's keep going here. And we'll just see. I wish I had a spot for my controller somewhere. Okay. So still obviously not fully optimized, and if people are considering this specifically for the Mini 3 for the Follow Me mode, it's not looking like it's fully optimized yet. I downloaded the latest version from their website. I updated the app and it's running, like they said, make sure you download it from the Dronelink website. So I've done that. And yeah, still doing the up and down look. It's still not 100% stable and reliable, and I'm a little nervous using it really because it's just not that stable and the video feed keeps dropping out. So yeah, I don't really know what to say here besides it's not optimized, and I wouldn't suggest getting this if you're looking purely to get Follow Me on your Mini 3, which is really unfortunate. You can see it's still moving around. I have stopped moving at this point, and the drone is literally all over the shop. It's moving around, spinning around. Yeah, it's not stable at all just yet. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's definitely struggling a bit here. So I'll bring it down. So again, I'm just noticing that the app isn't ridiculously stable. Now, I don't have the latest and greatest Android phone, but it definitely should be able to run on the phone I'm using. I have no issues with the DJI Fly app or any other drone apps that I've used in the past. So I don't know what's going on here. It's just not fully optimized clearly still. Don't know again if that's a limitation that's been placed on Dronelink from DJI. I don't know if there's been a change in the way that this whole system works when a third party gets access to the SDK of a drone. I really don't know about that. Maybe Dronelink can comment on the video and let us know. But yeah, even just looking at the video feed here, it's choppy, it's dropping out. You saw the drone movements were all over the place, not reliable, not stable, not safe even. So definitely still would not recommend the follow mode. It seems better than when I originally tested it, only slightly. It actually had moments where it followed me, but still, as I got up to this point here, it was just spinning around. The drone was spinning. It shouldn't even be spinning. Sure, if it's doing like an up and down movement because it's trying to track me, it's trying to figure out where the signal is coming from, but why does it need to spin around? Why is it looking around in different directions? It makes no sense at all. So anyway, can't do much more with the test here. I've tested when I've got full control of the follow mode, so I can put inputs into the sticks, and I was able to adjust the height and, you know, the angle of the drone. Didn't seem to change anything though. It seemed to be a little better on the side profile, but then like you saw, it just lost its mind. So don't know what's going on here, but keep that in mind. Maybe still wait for a little bit to get Dronelink for your Mini 3 and Mini 3 Pro. Just one more attempt here. And there we go, it's figured it out. Again, the delay is pretty bad here. I am recording my screen though as well, so obviously that's another factor that you got to keep in mind. You typically wouldn't be recording your screen, you'd just be doing it, like using the follow me mode. So here's the profile I want, this is the kind of angle I want to be on. You can see I can start pressing the play button to start the follow process. And I'll just walk slowly up here. Still doing a little bit of the up and down look. This looks pretty smooth overall though. I can see the drone's not moving too much in the sky. And this is just with a casual walk. And again, I do have that input, so I can like pull it away if that's what I want to do. And theoretically, it should still continue tracking me. It's just got a bit more distance now. And it's doing all right. It's doing a little better here, which is very interesting. So this walking pace seems to be half usable, which is nice. You can see it's not really doing too many weird movements just yet. So it's a bizarre one, isn't it? And then it just starts moving again. So it just feels like it's not fully optimized still, which is quite sad. I'm just going to turn directions here and see how it goes, tracking me when I'm going the other direction. So I might just increase the altitude again, just a little bit to make sure that we're going to clear everything here. And then I'm just going to, again, try the scooter, see if we can get anything just a little bit better, because it just isn't doing it for me right now. Let's go into the sports mode, see if this makes a difference. Ooh, it's got some kick now, doesn't it? Damn. It's just terrifying because I don't know where the drone actually is. And obviously it's not a reliable experience. So I can't fully trust it, but it seems to be okay right now. So I'm just going to, the height hasn't changed. I'll pick up the pace again. We'll come down here and just see how it goes, because it seemed to be after a little bit on the scooter that it's lost its mind a little bit. I'm noticing that it is a bit more stable this time around on the way back now that I've opened up the settings again. So I'm just going to go up to this point here, stop in the shade, because again, it doesn't matter about visual line of sight. With follow me mode, it's just tracking the signal, which is why follow me mode is so great. So the drone has lost me. Great. It's now flying crazy. All right, so I've decided to do one more test. I have deleted the Dronelink app and completely reinstalled it just to make sure that it's definitely the right up-to-date one. This time I have stopped recording on my phone screen just to see if that makes a difference. There's obviously less performance that's expected from my phone then at that point. And I have also made it so it doesn't increase in altitude if the terrain changes. So if it notices a change in terrain, like in altitude, if I'm going up a mountain or if I'm coming down, then it's not going to try to match that. So I'm just going to keep it at a locked position as such. And with all of those factors in place, we're going to try one more attempt to see if we can get this working. Let's see if this one is the one that fixes it. So before, when I was testing it with the walk, which you would have seen just before, that seems to be pretty smooth when I was just walking. Now, I need to make sure that I've got the height okay here. Make sure that we're not going to have any issues. It actually seems to be a lot smoother this time, which is exciting. The drone has kind of just swung around there to follow me. I'm just making sure that I'm clearing everything at that altitude, at that height. And let's try again down here. So we'll see how it goes as I go around this corner, and then we'll stop up here. Okay, so we're going to come up here and we're just going to stop and see how it's going. So from what I can see, it seems to be a little bit more stable. Still definitely doing the up and down, the darting. Again, this is a fresh install of the Dronelink DJI app directly from their website, and no change with the altitude, so it should just be keeping at its same position. There are not too many variables, and you can see it's doing its swinging thing again. Definitely seem to have moments of stability, but still overall I think the experience is pretty similar here. I don't think that you can trust it for an extended period of time. As you can see, it's darting around, looking around. What are you looking for, buddy? I'm here. And now it's actually moving around. So, okay. I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't another factor, but the drone is now losing its mind again. So you can see definitely an issue when it's moving like that. But yeah, there's the test. Definitely not going to bother anymore because just doesn't seem to be something I could fully recommend in its current state right now. But cool to see that it's slightly improving, I guess. It seems like it's slightly improving here. So just keep that in mind if you do decide to download it. The follow me mode, still a little dangerous, still a little unreliable. Seems to keep its height, which is good. So like, it's not like it's changing direction completely and flying in the opposite direction. It still seems to like hold its position, which is good for safety. But it's just the fact that the drone's like yawing. It's spinning around pretty much fully, which is just not helpful, as you can imagine. Doesn't do the job that you're looking for. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one, everyone, and peace.